Hey guys, Kevin from AGIProDJ.com. Today we are taking a look at the GigBAR Bridge ILS from Chauvet. It's a 2-in-1 fixture, so it's got 4 wash diodes, 2 spot style moving heads, super easy to deploy. Let's dig in. All right, let's start with the bag. So padded ballistic nylon style bag, pouch on the outside for storing whatever you need to store. The bag itself, with the fixture in it's like 23 pounds-ish. The fixture itself is like 19. You've got 4 10-watt wash diodes. These are RGB AW plus UV, so they're hex style diodes. And you've got 2 40-watt moving head spot style movers. A bunch of unique ways to mount it. We're going to go through some of those. I'm going to dig into the light a little bit deeper. All right, so taking a look at the back of the fixture, you've got your PowerCon locking connection going in. You've got your DMX in. You've got a full color display. We'll come back to that. You've got mounting points for an Omega mount. Here, safety cable. This is USB firmware updatable as Chauvet needs to get you new macros or new design elements for use with ILS. There'll be firmware updates available in the future. DMX out, PowerCon linking power out as well. And then these little knobs are what make it the bridge. So we'll show that a little bit later in the video. On the full color display, it's a full color. It's currently in slave mode because I've got it connected to the ILS bridge. But full color display. So you can scroll through all your modes on the back of the display. Auto mode, sound mode, manual if you want to dial it in, DMX, slave mode if you're using it with any other ILS fixtures like a GigBAR Move, plus ILS, or when you're using the command ILS, you'll want to be in the slave mode. Here's an example of how it would look if it was latched together using those locking pegs on the back to create the bridge. So this is 1 power in, DMX linking fixture 1 to fixture 2, a PowerCon linking cable in the back. It's not real glamorous and tidy because all I had was a 10-foot cable, but they just lock together, and then you pull the pins and you can separate them. Again, this is ideally would be something configuration you might use mounted on truss, or a lot of DJs will use truss on the ground, and you could use the mounts and you could mount them inverted, sitting on truss, all latched together so that all of your washes would work together as kind of blinders. So what I've configured here is a junior size clamp. That's not your 2-inch clamp. It's a small size for 3.5 or 35 millimeter tubing, but this also works on most of your flat base style stands. Basically what you do is you use this Omega mount in the back. These just twist and lock in place. And then I'll show you how we can utilize this. So now we open up the back. We open up some flexibility from a design aspect where you could actually put it under a speaker. So there, and you could obviously take this off if you're using it as a speaker mount to clean it up the presentation a little bit. But there you've got yet another way to use the GigBAR Bridge ILS. So you can use it latched together, you can use it on top of a T-bar, you can use it under a speaker. So I wanted to address some of the questions that popped up on our Instagram about the GigBAR Bridge plus ILS. The first being, are the movers the same as the Intimidator Spot 260? The answer to that is they're not. There's different color wheel, there's different gobos, but the closer match would be the Intimidator 160 plus ILS. That's almost a near identical match. And again, in that 40-watt-ish LED range, which is plenty bright. I mean, even just setting it up and it's shining in my face, it's really, really bright. Another question, using a foot switch. You can use a wireless foot switch. Pedal 1 is for scrolling through auto programs. Pedal 2 is to toggle on and off sound active mode. Pedal 3 is for cycling the static colors of the wash diodes. So, and then the pedal 4 would be blackout. So that's for using the wireless foot switch, and an available optional companion for the GigBAR Bridge ILS. Our last question was about, can you independently control the moving heads of the GigBAR Bridge ILS? The answer to that is yes, but it requires DMX control. So if you're using something like Show Express or other DMX control, you can independently control and create scenes for the heads individually. It basically works similar to the GigBAR Move plus ILS, where each section is a quadrant of movement. So you would have a 1 and a 2. So you could have individual control of each side when controlling with DMX. In contrast, if you're using the ILS command with either the Intimidator Spot 160 ILS or the GigBAR Move plus ILS, there is a follow spot feature, which we can show you in another video, where you can control one of the heads, but at the moment, as the way it's configured, you can't control both. So there you have it. It's the GigBAR Bridge ILS from Chauvet DJ. They did a great job. It's got a lot of punch in a pretty small package. Again, it's lightweight, easy to deploy, and very versatile as far as how you can use it. On top of a speaker stand, under a speaker, hanging from truss, individual, linked together. You can link more than 2 together. You could do 2 or 3 or 4. I understand if you have 3, you can actually bridge 3 of them over 2 stands, but I don't have a third one to show you that today. My name is Kevin from AGIProDJ.com. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this content, you want to buy one of these, you want to buy one of these, whatever, there are links below how you can find us. We appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.